Hi everyone, we wanted to introduce ourselves. We're Lee and Crystal from Hidden Creek Farms. We're located here in North Muskegon, Michigan. We wanted to start this YouTube channel to help people that are getting started in farming and looking for information on how to raise livestock or make chicken tractors, just anything farm related to make you more self-sufficient, help you get your foundation set on your homestead. So we're going to start with just kind of our first video will be about us, and this is the first video we've ever made, so please bear with us because we don't know what we're doing at all. So we've been farming on this property for, well, this will be our 5th season, I think.
5th summer.
Yeah, so we'll get to all that information. Right now we'll just kind of go down our questions list, and then if you have any additional questions after we're finished, please feel free to ask and we'll do our best to answer your questions. So first question is, how did Lee and I meet? So you want to go first?
Yeah, well, Crystal was my best friend's cousin, so naturally she's younger, 2 years younger. And I just naturally started seeing her around riding dirt bikes. I thought, ooh, look at that cool girl. But for a couple of years we didn't see each other, and then all of a sudden she was at one of our friends. She came with her cousin to a friend of ours' house that we're hanging out at, and I don't know, I just started creeping on her.
Oh,
and it all just fell into place from there.
Yeah, so we basically grew up right down the road from each other. I don't know, we'd see each other here and there, and we decided that we got along pretty good and we should hang out some more.
Yeah.
So, any past...
Well, I was going to say, well then, yeah, that took us, we've been together for
11 years?
11 years.
I don't know, 2007?
2007, then 2018, right? No.
Yeah.
2017 we got married.
So, yeah, in September we got married. Right here on the farm. It was the hottest day of the year.
Yep.
In September. It was, what, almost 100 degrees
It's almost
outside?
100 degrees, pretty humid.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah. So I didn't have a dress on for very long.
Yeah.
But, alright, so any past farm experiences? So absolutely not on my side. I mean, I was always a country girl, always outside, like Lee said, riding dirt bikes, or I don't know, just out in the woods, taking the dogs for a walk. Our family people in the family, like my dad and his brothers, are always big into hunting. So I was always, around that stuff. He'd cut up his own deer. When I was really young, he would hunt rabbits. I don't really remember that, but I was told that I used to eat rabbit a lot. So, yeah, I've always been an animal lover for sure.
Yeah, and no farm experience. I mean, my family, on my dad's side, they've had some farms and stuff up in Fremont, Michigan, but no experience at all. I mean, I was always out riding pedal bikes, this and that, hanging out with my other buddies. They had motorcycles, and yeah.
You were more into trucks and...
Yeah, mechanical. I'm a pretty mechanical guy. I like cars, trucks, motors, this and that.
Figuring things out.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm decent at that, I guess.
Yeah. So, and then in school when we were growing up, I took, we have like a tech center that you can go to in high school. I took small engine repair, and Lee was diesel mechanic.
Yeah, heavy equipment and diesel mechanics, 2 years of that, so...
You did we both did a little CAD, but it wasn't my thing.
Yeah, that's what I do now. I'm at a tool and die shop. I did run CNC machines. Now I'm programming them for our operators. So, yeah. Fix the camera.
Yeah, sorry. All right, so let's see. Why are we starting a YouTube channel? So I kind of talked about that real briefly in the beginning, but so when we were first starting out wanting to have our own farm, it was really difficult at some time to find information. I mean, we would watch YouTube videos, and that can be good to figure out what not to do too.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah. And then there's also some really informative videos on there on how to do things with good instructions, just listening to other people's trials and errors, what worked for them, what didn't work for them. So we wanted to make this channel to help people that just want to be a little more self-sufficient and provide for their families. It's just a good way to live. And also for people that want to raise food for other people that are not able to raise food. So we'll get into what we raise in a little bit, but we started this farm with the intention of helping our community find a clean source for meat and produce. So that's what we're building up on. You know, it takes time for sure. So is that good?
Well, yeah, I guess I'll add, just watching some videos about, one that comes to mind is someone was taking out a turkey.
Yeah.
And that was a terrible video, in my opinion, that
Yeah.
he did not cut it very good.
No.
So I want to do
good how-to videos.
Good how-to videos.
Right.
And
how to humanely take out something.
Yeah, humanely dispatch our animals and stuff. I don't want them to suffer
Or anything else.
Yeah, anything else. It's being put in we're putting that food in our bodies, and I want it to be as good and as doubt-free as possible.
Yeah. All right, so the next question is farming a full-time job for you?
For me, it's not. I work 40 hours a week at tool and die shop. I CNC operator, machinist, and programmer now. I've been there for 11 years. Coming in February. I've been out on the floor running. I ran Haas CNC machines, Bridgeports. That's where I get a lot of my mechanical skills from. And now I'm in the in the office programming for all. We have 6 CNC machines that we have to keep fed, so I program with another guy. I also can. I've used CAD, and I can solid model and 2D model and all that stuff. I can draw something from scratch, and I've made a couple pieces. I'm making a motorcycle for Crystal. I've made some parts for that from scratch.
You made a lot of parts for the just random farm projects.
Random farm projects too. So, yeah, we have. That is the nice thing about working at a machine shop. They do have all the tools there, and that I have the benefit of being able to use.
It helps keep costs down too. When
yeah.
You learn a new skill, you can. I don't know, make it yourself as opposed to purchasing it or paying someone else to make something for you. So that's definitely a bonus. And it's just good to keep learning in general, expand your knowledge. It's never a bad thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It just makes DIY projects a little easier. You don't have to wait for something to come in the mail. Yeah. I can go there or do it while I'm at work and get it done.
Not on paid time.
Not in paid time.
Oh gosh. Is farming a full-time job for you? So before things got really busy, I was a welder. Before we even started farming, I had a business called Kabloom.
Yeah, for yourself, you were welding.
Yeah, so I started that when I was still in high school, my senior year, I think. So we traveled all over Michigan and did different art shows selling metal art. And that was really fun for, I don't know, a while. It got crazy. I mean, we were doing, 15 shows a year, and I was in about 12 different retail locations. So that definitely kept us busy. And our first year farming was insanity because we did 15 art shows. We were supplying stores, and we were trying to start the farm. So it was just, we didn't sleep much. It was, it felt like you were always scrambling to accomplish something.
Yeah.
So the reason that we we're doing the Kabloom our first years because we needed the extra money to jumpstart the farm.
Yeah, get the foundation set.
Yeah, that's definitely a big part of farming is getting your foundation set, you know, getting the ground structures built and equipment and just different things like that. I mean, it's always busy, but once you get more of the big projects done, it's kind of more like repairs, and hopefully you have some more time to think and breathe and, you know, structure things a little bit differently.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're just getting started, just like you just need to get it done, so that's what happens, and maybe the quality isn't as good and it's not something that's built to last a long time.
Yeah.
So this year is going to be the first year that we don't do the metal at all. We're going to try and have the farm support my end at least, and we'll see how it goes. Next question is, how much property do we have and how did we afford it? So we have, well, it's like 17.9 something acres.
17.9 acres.
Yeah. Our house sits pretty much dead in the middle of it.
Big rectangle.
Big rectangle, and we're pretty far off the road, and we live on a decently busy road, so that's kind of a good thing. We have a produce stand out there, and I don't know, just not too much road noise. We have, well, this is a medium density residential area, so we have quite a few neighbors, but there is good tree coverage around us, and a lot of our neighbors have like 40-30 acres, so it's not too bad. We do have the neighbors across the street who are in a different township, and we have had one complaint about noisy roosters in the past, but I don't know, they can deal with it, I guess. So yeah, let me see here. How do we afford it? So when we were together, I don't know how long were we together.
It's 2012, so it was like 5 years.
Yeah, we bought our first house. It was in Spring Lake, Michigan. It was a bank-owned property, so it needed a lot of work, and we looked for properties for a long time before we found this property. Yeah. And we put in lots of offers. It was a crazy market at that time. We originally wanted a house with property, but our budget was so low that that wasn't going to happen. So then we decided we were going to hike the Appalachian Trail for a while and just, you know,
that's after we sold our first house. We were living in our grandma's basement. Yeah. And then thought, hey.
Yeah. Then this house came on the market, and we were like, oh, we better jump on that one, I think.
So we jumped on that.
But our first house took quite a while to remodel, and, you know, the market was improving, so we made money on that property, which we put down on this property.
Yeah, for a down payment in this house.
Yeah, so that worked out good. What animals and produce do we have and raise on our farm, and why? That's a big one. So let's start with the animals.
Yeah, we have egg layers. I don't know how many you think, 80-ish?
We have between 80 and 100 heritage breed hens, just mixed heritage breed hens. So Barred Rocks, we have Aracanas, we have Buff Orpingtons, we have Black Sex Links, we have Brahmas, Wyandottes, Silver Lace, Gold Lace. So just a assortment of hens. We really just like the variety of egg colors, and they're just good foragers. We just got in the mail another 50 hens, couple roosters.
When we do get new ones, we've come to see, I'm going to kind of break it up a little bit, I guess, but we get a different breed, so it's easier to tell how long we've had those chickens. So you're not putting a band on them or something, you just get a breed of chicken. And for, I think normally it's 2 years is their their good laying capacity, and it's just easier to do. Yeah,
so when we first started, we'd get a whole mixed breed of just whatever heritage hens, but then we couldn't figure out how old each batch was, because we get another batch of chickens each year, and then after 2 years we harvest them as stewing hens. And like Lee said, the bands on the feet usually fall off, so that doesn't work.
Or it's another expense.
And it's another expense and time consuming to go in there and put them on their feet. But so yeah, now we just order 1 to 2 different breeds per year. That way we know in 2017, let's say for example, we ordered like Araucana and a Brahmas. So now we know in 2 years we're going to have to harvest all the Araucanas and Brahma chickens. So yeah, we do chickens. We do them on a non-GMO feed, soy-free, and then in the summer we do them on pasture. They also get supplemented with different things that we can talk about later from different local businesses. We do Freedom Ranger broiler chickens. So the last 3 years, I think we've done a batch of 1,000. This year we're doing 1,200. We do them in the mobile chicken tractors. We do 3 batches a year, so 400, 400, and 400. We'll get our first batch of chickens in March, and we will have our first harvest usually June or July. In general, they take about, I don't know, 4 weeks longer than a Cornish cross. We can do a video about that in the summer too. We tried out Cornish cross our very first year, and it's just not something that we liked. So ever since then we've done Freedom Rangers. We've been very happy with them. And we can, like I say, we'll talk about that more in a different video. Yeah, so that's just a whole nother topic in itself. So layers, broilers, we do silver fox rabbits. We just have 1 buck and 3 does right now, but that's an area that we're looking to expand in the future. Really like the meat rabbits, and the silver fox has great furs. We have a girl who we've been giving the furs to, and she's going to learn to tan them, so that's really cool. She's also taken some of our goat hides and our sheep hides too, so that's just not something that we've had time to learn how to do. So, you know, we'll gladly hand that off to somebody else if they want to learn how to do that. That's great. We raise Tamworth pigs. You might have seen some stuff about our Tamworth pigs on Pratt Family Homestead. They have bought pigs from us a couple times and done different pork comparison videos on different breeds, different pork swaps and things. So
so if you're looking at that, go to Pratt Family Homestead and look at some of his videos.
Yeah, they have great videos, and they're funny. So we're really happy with the Tamworth pigs. They're heritage breed pig, real healthy, nice and long and lean, great motherly instincts. They've been really healthy. In the beginning, we would just buy kind of like random pigs, whatever was kind of like on Craigslist or on the and for sale, you know, stuff that we could afford, and they had to be cheaper. About $50 a piglet was our budget, you know, our first couple years. And we still raised them exactly how we raise our Tamworth pigs, but the meat quality we noticed was not as good as the Tamworth pigs. And we've had a lot of people tell us how great the Tamworth pork is compared to other pigs that they have ordered from farms before. We're raising up 16 this year, and they've sold out already. So pretty much everybody that's ordered pork from us in the past is ordering again. So when we raise them really slow, they take a year. So
and that 16 number is up from 5 the previous year. So it's kind of crazy.
So pigs, and for our beef, we just raise dairy calves right now, so Holsteins. I mean, they've been fine. We raise them on all grass. We just had some steaks last night, and they were really good. So, but no grain for our cows. Goats, we have a herd share that we run. We raise Nubians and mini Nubians. So we milk once or twice a day. At our peak season, we're going to be milking about 12 goats.
I think so. We're going to be up to 12 now. It's most so far since we've been here at this farm. Yeah,
right now we have 21 people on our herd share, and we have a bunch of people pending. So we actually, in the beginning, we bought a cow so that we could... Sorry, we had a
Phone call.
Phone call. In the beginning, we didn't know if we wanted to milk goats or milk cows, so we actually ended up buying a dairy cow and comparing it to our goat's milk, and we loved the goat's milk a lot better, actually, which was surprising to us.
Yeah.
We can do another video about that, about why we like the goat's milk over the cow's milk, but so far everything with the goat's milk has been great, and the Nubian goat's milk is really mild, so people think it's going to taste different, but everybody that's tried it really loves it, and you know, they're not people that have ever thought that they would like goat's milk, so that's been a good surprise. So let's see, what's next? We do a few quails for eggs. We do them in a little tractor in the summer, which works really good. We harvest them for meat sometimes. Ducks we might not do this year. We're kind of in debate about that right now, about if we should do ducks.
Because a lot of people can handle the duck eggs that can't handle chicken eggs. So it's a nice thing to have for people, but they eat a lot. And
it's harder for us. It's
just another thing.
Yeah, it's been harder for us to make money on the ducks. Just with the room they take up and the housing, and they just haven't been consistent layers for us either, and they just eat like crazy. I don't know. And we just have 2 feeders out there. It's not like we're constantly trying to fatten them up or throw food at them or anything.
We're just trying to maintain them because they're our egg layers.
Yeah, so we'll see where that goes. But like Lee said, you know, duck eggs are a thing that we like to have because there's so many people now developing egg allergies. So usually if you can't have chicken eggs, you can have duck eggs or quail eggs. And that could be another video for in the future too. So ducks, pigs, cows, chickens, broilers, quails, rabbits. Oh, we have sheep.
Oh yeah, sheep. Don't forget the sheep.
So we have Katahdin hair sheep, which we've been really happy with. Very healthy sheep. We haven't wormed them since we've owned them, and they've been very healthy. That's really another thing we want to is animals that are kind of parasite resistant, just healthier in general.
Naturally parasite resistant.
Yeah. So. And we had a wet year last year, so there was a lot of opportunity for parasites to be around. The year before that was super dry, so they need to be able to survive in the changing environments too. You know, do good, because winter right now it's it's like 8 degrees outside. It's cold.
We're supposed to be a weather storm coming. It's what is the date anyway? January 26th.
27th.
Oh, 27th. So yeah, there's like supposed to be a lot of snow coming, and then Tuesday the high is supposed to be -2.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna be cold here for a while. Yeah. Yeah. So we got the sheep, and you know they've been lambing, and the lambs are doing great. We're up to 8 lambs right now. We have 2 more ewes still bred. So we'll see. Am I missing something? Let's see. I don't think so.
I think that's everything. We really jumped in when we started here. We really jumped into a lot of things just to try and figure out what we wanted to do, and we've lost something, but we've kept quite a bit of things because we've got some of our foundation set, so you can kind of just maintain and add if you want. You know, you get the routine down, and it goes by easier.
Yeah, and that's a nice thing about farming too, is you can start wherever you want. I mean, you can start as small as you want or as big as you want, depending on how much knowledge you have or how comfortable you are. And then you can just kind of learn along the way too. So that it can be forgiving and it can be not forgiving. So it just kind of depends. Let's see. Oh, we didn't talk about produce. So we just grow. We have, I don't know, how big do you think our garden spaces are all put together? An acre?
An acre, maybe.
Yeah. So we just grow a variety of heirloom seeds. I get everything from Baker. It's just a really clean source that I feel comfortable with. I get a few things from Johnny's Seeds, and then also I have a really cool neighbor who gives me, Bill, he gives me just things he's kept over the years, tomatoes and different things.
Yeah.
So that's been nice, and we kind of swap seeds a little bit.
And that's a start of our seeds. He has a small 4x8 greenhouse that he has a
load
heater
up.
and stuff, and we load it up, and it's he enjoys it. That's something for him to do. He's 70 years old or something like that.
Yeah,
and it's
he's
just
real nice
he's
guy.
a real nice guy, and he just loves to see some young people growing food.
Yeah, absolutely. So as far as the produce, I mean, we don't grow sweet corn. We grow some popcorn. We grow lots of kale, and we use a lot of our garden stuff for our animals too. So like the pigs love kale, rabbits love kale, everything loves kale on the farm. People are the only things that don't seem to like kale.
Except for me.
Yeah, we like kale. But anyway, so lots of greens, a little bit of watermelon. We have some fruit trees that we're getting started. We have a small sugar bush that we tapped last year, and we're going to build a different cooker this year to tap the trees. And then
make the syrup.
Make the syrup, yeah. Some blueberry bushes, some grapes, a rhubarb patch.
Strawberry patch.
Oh yeah, a good sized strawberry patch, herb beds. We grow a lot of flowers. We grow a lot of cut flowers.
Dahlias.
A lot of dahlias, just zinnias, cosmos, peonies. So in the past we've done just we cut the flowers, bring them to the farmer's market or put them on our roadside stand. But this year we're going to try you-cut flowers and see how that goes over.
Yep.
And like our garden, it gets really hard if we don't have help to keep it maintained. We grew 110 pounds of seed potatoes last year, so that was a lot.
Yeah.
Now we're going to grow 42 pounds this year. So I'm trying to think. I know I'm forgetting a bunch of other stuff that we grew, but just kind of like a mix of things.
Jalapenos.
Oh yeah, we did
tomatillos.
A
lot of
tomatillos.
Cherry tomatoes.
Cherry tomatoes. Yeah, sun golds and oh geez, I can't remember the name of those little red ones, but anyway, so just things like that, and we've kind of a lot of green beans, just different varieties, different colors. So we'll do, some more information on that in the summer. I think that's pretty good.
I think that's covered on that.
What do our animals eat? So we try to raise our animals as much as we can on no grain. That's the goal here, is to have things be more sustainable, more regenerative.
And more natural of what they normally eat.
It's going to give you a better product in the end. I mean, a lot of people can disagree with that, but that's just nature.
It'll take longer.
When things eat what they're meant to eat, they're healthier. And in most cases, animals are supplemented for the pace. They want them to grow fast and get to a butcher weight faster. That makes people more money. That's not what we're trying to accomplish here. We're trying to accomplish quality, not quantity. So our cows, all of our ruminant animals are grass-fed. Our dairy goats get some steamrolled oats in the morning, and sometimes they get sunflower seeds because they're in milk. They're burning more calories. We also feed them fermented alfalfa from Texas. It's called chaff hay. So I go in with another lady, and we got, was it 6 skids?
6 skids total.
6 skids total, and we split that order so that
3 tons each.
3 tons each. So
we can put a link to that website so you can see what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's fermented alfalfa. They spray a little bit of molasses in there, and then they put it in an airtight bag, and it ferments. And it's really good for ruminant animals because that's how they work. They ferment their food. So we feed chaff hay, and then our broilers and our layers get no soy ration, and we feed them. So our chicken tractors are usually about 60 chickens per tractor, and they get half a bag a day.
Yeah,
when they get
our
bigger.
feeders go through about half a 50-pound bag a day.
Yeah,
so 25 pounds.
When they're getting older, yeah. And then our pigs get just cracked corn and hay in the winter, and cracked corn, non-GMO cracked corn, produce and things in the summertime. So I think that's
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on to that.
So let's see. So what have been your biggest hurdles and struggles? You want to start with that one?
I guess just getting our foundations set, like all the fencing, which there was a lot of fencing up already. We have electric fence, wire, high tensile wire. The lady had horses here before, so there's a lot set up, but we added a lot more because usually only need like one wire for horses. We needed more because goats, a lot of people always say goats are a pain in the butt. Well, if you put a couple more wires of high tensile around, they usually stay in.
Yeah, we have 6 wires in most spots. Our pigs, I think, have 4.
Yeah, so just getting that set, and then building our egg house. You know, we have a mobile. It's a hay wagon that we built a egg house on. We'll do more videos on different things that we built and this and that. Then building all of our chicken tractors for our meat chickens. Running shelters.
Getting our barn set up for dairy and housing goats. And you know, another hurdle is Michigan weather. So if you live in an area that doesn't have such crazy weather temperature changes, that would be helpful, but we don't. We live in Michigan, so you have to think kind of like about both seasons when you're thinking about taking on a new animal or how to house them, keep them warm. That's definitely, and just the learning curve. I don't know if you said that.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
That was really steep. So just trial and error, learning how to do something. It takes time and it can be exhausting if it doesn't go right. It can be really frustrating when you're trying to figure out something new and you don't know what you're doing and it's not going right.
It's a big mental. So there's a lot of big mental hurdles you got to overcome too.
Absolutely.
You can't. Which you can get frustrated out here sometimes. Things aren't going your way, but you just need to take a breath and just, even if you don't know, once you know, your mind will be like, geez Louise, you know, you're just made another.
It wasn't that big of a deal, but you just made it a big deal in your mind. So even if things aren't going good and you're frustrated, something that the farm is good at is teaching you how to relax a little bit. It's not
be patient.
Yeah, if you're trying to force something, it's not gonna go good. And we've had plenty of days where things were not going good. So you know what? We said, all right, this isn't the day, so we're all done. We're done for now, and pick up on it tomorrow. And for some reason, it just goes a lot better when you get some sleep or think about things a little bit. So that's definitely. Yeah, because you can just feel behind sometimes, and you need to not try to sit in that feeling. You need to try and think in more of a forward thinking. You know, so all right. Our future goals and plans.
Well, let's see. We want to try and be a little bit more energy independent. So we're actually talking about maybe another barn build. Well, first barn build. There was a barn here already, but we're thinking about we need some more space for feed and just everything, because we kind of made our main barn that was there is kind of our goat barn. So everything's in there, but we'd like to get some solar panels on there, so if power goes out, we're still
wind power. We live really close to Lake Michigan.
Lake Michigan, it's about 5 miles straight west on River Road here, and so Lake Michigan's right there.
It's windy.
It's windy a lot here.
So definitely stuff like that, energy efficiency and sustainability.
And definitely just we
wanna be able to streamline things a lot more. So that's definitely part of your foundation. It's always kind of crazy getting that stuff set, and then just kind of planning more and learning more and getting a better routine going.
So just everything kind of flows better.
And this isn't something that you can do if you're don't get along with your other half. It's not going to go good because you're just going to fight a lot, and it's not going to be a good feeling, you know. just doesn't work, you know, because we figured that out right away, and not like we necessarily fight. It's just when things aren't going good, you can get kind of snippy with each other, crabby, and that doesn't help out the situation at all. So, and then something that we really liked to do before we started the farm was hiking. So we mentioned kind of before that we were thinking about hiking the Appalachian Trail, but we just haven't had any time to do that. We love to hike and travel, you know, with our dog, so that's been kind of hard, you know. Well, we're 27, I'm 27, and Lee's 29.
Yeah, I'm going to be 30 in June. Well, so you'll be 28 in June.
Yeah, so so we definitely, you know, still have that adventure streak in us, and we want to get out and see the world, so that's a little bit of a hard thing with the farm is you can't go very far away, especially when you don't. Our family is, you know, very helpful with events and things, but they don't have any farm knowledge. And this is a newer area that we're living in. We used to live in Grand Haven, Michigan, and now we're up here in Muskegon, so we don't really have any family in this area. We have some really good friends that we've developed over the years, so that's great, but nobody really has enough knowledge yet to be able to be like, hey, I can watch your farm for 2 days.
We're pretty
we're pretty ambitious.
Well, sometimes we don't want to ask too. I mean, maybe they are. They'd probably be perfectly well at it. Yeah. But maybe we're just too I don't know about prideful, or just I can't figure the word. But we don't want to ask people to do something for us, you know. I don't want to burden somebody else.
We took this on, so we want to do it all by ourselves, you know, and not push it off on somebody else. This is something that we've started and we want to finish and work on and do ourselves. So, and if you're not like outdoorsy person, or not, if you're used to like, I don't know, being a bookworm or something, or just sitting down a lot, then just the physical aspect of farming is going to be a steep learning curve for you.
I mean, you can do as much or as little as you want, but just if you do want, which we're trying to do, is provide stuff for other people than just ourselves.
Yeah, that adds on a lot.
You need to push you're going to have to push a little harder to get stuff done.
Right, because you want to offer a quality product to your customers, obviously. So you need to make sure everything's top notch, well taken care of, clean. I mean, packaging makes a difference. I don't know. So it's just a lot of everything. And you also, if you want to do this for a living, you have to be your own bookkeeper and just learn a lot of business sides of things, how to keep track of your expenses, and
which there are programs for that, which we haven't really got into that because we're not super electronic tech savvy or whatnot. I mean, we're young, and we can, you know, you can get around on the computer, but I don't know all the different things for that stuff. Yeah,
so I think that's pretty good. If you guys have any more questions, just
put them in the comments.
Yeah, feel free to let us know what they are, and we'll do our best to answer. But yeah, we just wanted to give you guys kind of like a brief start of who we are and what we're trying to do, what we're offering people. Like I say, this is going to be our 5th year here. We have accomplished a crazy amount of things in that amount of time, so it can be done. And you know, everything is new to us, but we're learning, and we wanted to, like I say, make some how-to videos on, you know, things that will help you in the future if you want to take on something like this, even on a small scale, just for your family. So we look forward to putting out more videos. We're gonna try and, I don't know, at least a video a month.
At least, yeah. I mean, maybe more. I mean,
we'll see how it goes.
Need to keep you guys interested. So.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, August and July get really crazy. So we'll see. But for now on, this is Crystal and Lee from Hidden Creek Farms in North Muskegon, Michigan. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again.
See you.